Hey, good afternoon. This is Catherine with Damn Good Marketing, and I spoke with Carrie the end of last week, and I'm sending over this short video. I'm going to go over some tips and tricks to help your online presence. So I did introduce Damn Good Marketing as one of Leander Lightning's BNI group businesses. So we're sending this out to help other BNI members understand what their digital footprint looks like and how it can actually be improved. Hopefully, if you like some of the information you see on here, and you want to talk a little bit more in detail, I'm going to give you our contact information at the end. So please take some notes, and we'll be happy to go over any questions that you have. And please keep in mind, none of this is at cost. Okay. So I'm going to hop into your website. Just wanted to let you know it's a very clean website. The video looks great. One of the first things that I did notice, though, on your particular website is there's not a lot of linking, which can help with some of the background. I'm sorry, I had to sneeze. Some of the background power that pushes popularity and trustworthiness for your website is actually linking page to page. So in here, I do see links for your two dentists, but there's definitely some content improvement that we can do. Google likes to see at least 1,500 to 2,000 words on your front page. Why it's important is Google wants to make sure that you're educating and trying to be of service and add value to your clientele, not just have a pretty website. So one of the things that they are looking for in their algorithms is how much information you're providing your potential clientele. So I'm going to digress real quick. I'm going to show you 3 areas of focus that can help improve your digital footprint. So I'm going to go over SEO, which is search engine optimization. It's mainly your content, what I just touched on briefly. Your Google My Business, also known as a citation, is how many times your name, phone number, and address are listed online. And that's a verification tool that Google uses and helps rank your website as well. And then we're going to talk about backlinks. So going back to the SEO, I touched on how much content you should have on your top page. There's also a level of content you should have on all your service pages as well. So the other thing that I noticed in here is you don't have a drop-down box that shows your services, which isn't a big deal. But that's one way for someone to see, oh, okay, they do all kinds of things here. And then in here, once again, it was just be leading to all kinds of information that you can share with your potential clientele that they might have questions about. So that's it's important to add value and educate those who are coming along to your website, and the content's how you can do that. The other thing that content can bring is how you can plug in keywords, and keywords are going to be part of how someone is going to find you. So to give you an example, dentist Austin, Texas would be considered a keyword. And when I put dentist Austin, Texas in, I'm going to get several different things to see. Usually there's going to be ads at the top. In the middle section, you have this Google My Business, your Google Map Pack. And then down below is going to be all your organic listings of websites. So when I did that, this is going to tie into your Google My Business as well. This would be considered a keyword. So when we add content to a website, we're trying to add in all of the keywords that people might be able to find you by. And it doesn't have to be all done at once. You can do it in different stages. You can improve and try to rank for several different keywords. And then once you're ranking for those, you can organically add more content to your website. So it's not a one-stop, it's all put in at one time, done. You can organically create more ways of being found with your keywords and in your content. And going into Google My Business. So one of the things that I wanted to point out is if I look you up just by your name, you have incredible reviews, 5 stars, 486 reviews, which is fantastic. So you guys are doing something great. What I didn't find you, though, is when I click and put dentist Austin, Texas in, you're nowhere to be found. And that's unfortunate because you have outstanding reviews. So if someone was brand new to Austin, I'm going to give you an example, and they typed in dentist Austin, Texas. Once again, you have ads in here. And then these are going to be the top 3 organic positions, which most people are striving for. And you actually have better ratings than the first 2. But if your Google My Business isn't optimized properly, then Google's not going to pick you up. And then what I did do is I actually clicked on the view all, and at the bottom of these view all pages, you have all of these that you can keep going back. I went down to page 5 and still didn't see you. So why it's important to have your Google My Business optimized properly is when someone types in your service, and once they get past the ads at the top, the ads will take up about 20% of people who click on them. And then the Google My Business Map Pack gets another 20 to 25 to about 35% of people who are looking for your service. They're going to capture them here. So now if you are not running an ad, and if you're not in the Google My Business, the top page, then you're potentially losing out with about 55% of the people who are searching for you. And then they move down into the organic, which is absolutely perfect. But when I did, I hate using that word, but I'm sorry. But when I go into Ahrefs is our tool that we use to give us a lot of the background information, and we have subscription to them, so we pay for this. This is this top bar is what we're going to be looking at. So I'm going to break this down real quick. A UR is the strength of your website, and the domain rating, that's what DR stands for, is how popular Google finds you. Both of these can go up to 100, which is great because you're at 29 and 23 respectively. Now, you might have a higher DR just due to who's actually pushing your website, but that doesn't mean you're going to come up on rankings just because your DR is higher or because your UR is higher. Some of the ways that you get higher rankings is going to be through these organic keywords. Remember, I touched on that based off of what people are searching for. The backlinks and referring domains, this is how you get power. This is how you push these numbers higher through backlinks and referring domains. Now, the organic keywords is what's going to push a lot of traffic to your website. So you're not in a bad position. What this is telling me is about 174 people per month view your website. Now, if you were to capture 100% of them, that would be great. But the reality is we don't capture 100% of the people who look at our website. We probably capture maybe about 5 to 10% of them. So if you're trying to grow organically, you got to make sure part of the keywords that people are searching for are going to be on your website. So if I click on the keywords that you're being found for, here's going to be the keywords, and the columns you want to pay attention to is the volume, how the keyword difficulty, so how difficult it is to rank your website for these words, and the position. So right off the bat, if someone knew who you were and knew what you provided, they put 12 Oaks Dental in, you're going to be found, of course, in the first position. So it's being searched 200 times a month, which is great, but are you making 200 new clients a month? So why I'm showing you this, I'm going to show you your competition here in a second. What you want to look for is an actual service, not the name of your business. So you are ranking for sedation dentistry, Austin, Texas. 80 people are searching for it. You're in the 5th position. Let me show you your competition real quick. So this particular business, Austin General Dentistry, is ranking number 1 organically. To be fair, your website actually is a little bit more attractive than theirs, but if I look at their numbers, when I put their website into Ahrefs, your DR is higher. However, they are organically being searched or found for 725 keywords. They're bringing in over 1,500 search results per month, which is giving them a 16.5 traffic value. So if we look at what they're ranking for, they're ranking for dentist in Austin in the 2nd position. Once again, pay attention to how many times is being searched. So this is being searched 1,200 times a month. It does have a relatively high keyword difficulty, but they're in the 2nd position. Same thing with Dentist Austin, that's being found searched 2,300 times in a month. Dentist Austin, Texas, Austin Dentist, dental dentistry. So down to dental dentistry, they're on the front page for anything that of these type of keyword searches. Even general dentistry, 11 positions going to put them on page 2. Back up to page 1 with dentist in Austin, Texas. So the way that you have the ability to grow organically has a lot to do with what your website's saying, not just how it looks. And then let me touch on backlinks and referring domains quickly. They don't have, once again, that's why I wanted to tell you, your UR and DR is actually higher than theirs are, but they're being found more for keywords that people are actually searching for. So they don't have to have as much power going to it if you have the right keywords in there. So one of the things that we would do is compare the backlinks that they have. So if we looked at their backlinks, let me digress. A backlink is simply a link from one website to another. And a referring domain is a high power, high credible website that links to yours. So they both are linking from one website to yours. But the difference between the two is how much power is going to it and how credible they are. So when we talk about search engine optimization, so SEO services, the reason why there's a monthly cost is these backlinks and referring domains, they cost money. And generally, when you have a higher level of keyword difficulty, especially in larger cities like Austin, it's going to cost a fair amount to get you ranking higher. So that's why when you talk to any kind of digital marketers and they talk about SEO and the price, because that cost, there's association with how to get the power and how to rank you on Google. So when we look at and we compare the number one seed to you, we go in and we look at their backlinks and referring domains and try to mimic and get the same type of power to make sure that you are receiving the same type of opportunities that they are. So I know I just gave you a lot of information at one time. What I would like to do is have you digest it, talk over with your dentist or I'm guessing you're the office manager, but I'm not 100% certain. But jot down some questions and then let us schedule a one-to-one. And why that's important is that it'll give you a chance to talk with us about any concerns or questions that you might have. We want to be able to work with you and get you to the place you want to be. And our time, even when we go through a proposal process, there's no cost to it. So we want to make sure that you have the opportunity to get to the same place that your competition is. And as well as being able to organically grow your business without having to pay for ads. So with that, I'm Catherine Taylor, my business partner, Carissa, and she is in Austin. And we'd like to just give you an opportunity to sit down and chat with us. So I'll circle back around in a couple of days. I hope you have a fantastic afternoon and thank you for your time.